There are many ways to kill a cat. Do you see this thing? And how can I kill this cat? The only thing that I will notice that when I multiply same base, I add the exponent, which is it's x 7 plus 4. Do you see? Which is 7 plus 4, it's 11 there. Do you see, guys, this thing? Which is there, it's 11. And now, because, guys, 11 there, it's not an even number. Meaning now I should try to introduce an even number. For me to introduce an even number, so x, I'll say x 10 plus 1 there. Do you see this thing? Yeah. And now I can break that exponent to become, it's x multiplied by x1 there. Squared. Do you see? So meaning all of this thing, guys, this thing I can also write it in a form of x squared multiplied by x then. That one, guys, will just disappear there. That one will just disappear there. Hey guys, I don't know why I just did some small space here. I should try to check another paper there. So what I just did there, I introduced a even number which is 10. Then I break the exponent according to that law that I showed you. Then I apply the law of sets there. Do you see? And now when I take the square root of this base, I will have that exponent. It will become 5 there. X there. Do you see this thing? Yeah, just like that then. So which is this one? It's a final answer. Then for both of these two questions, let me just take this paper because I can see that there I will have a small space there. That's how it goes, guys. So for this one there, I hope now you can see the idea, but you can stop this video, take a try of this. Then what about for this one, which is squared n17 m5 1 there. Yeah. So what about for these two questions then? So this is how you will do this thing there, straightforward. So let me just simplify this thing. So for this one now, I should be smart there. There I can apply that law of what? Of sets first. Here I can apply this law for sets, whereby I will say it's 8/5 squared multiplied by this b11 there. Do you see? But now I should introduce even numbers there, which is a plus 1. And say here it's what? It's b 10 plus 1. Do you see? It's better when you introduce 1 and the even number, guys. Do you see? Because there what I just did, I just minus this thing by 1, meaning that thing there, it will be 4 plus that 1 that I minus. Even this one, there I will minus that thing by 1, meaning that it will be 10 plus that 1 that I minus there. Because both of those two things, when I combine them, they should still be the same as that one there. So now I can break the exponent, which is this thing, it's 4 multiplied by a1, and here multiply by b10 multiplied by b1. Do you see? And now I can apply again now the rule of sets, which is this one, which is a, which is multiplied by b10 over b there. Do you see? And now what I can do, this thing that I will have the exponent, it will be 2, and that one there, it will be a. Then for this one there, it will just be multiplied by what? By, oh sorry guys, this one there I will have the exponent, it will be b5, and that one there, it's b. Do you see? And something, guys, all these one, they will multiply each other, and all of those one, they will multiply each other. Do you see? The one which are outside the square root, they will multiply each other, it will be ab5 there. Then the one which are inside the square root will become ab there. Just like that there, as your final answer. Yeah. So now let me also explain this one there, which is this and that are still one and the same question. But here they are different alphabets. Meaning this thing there, I can write this thing like, which is n17 multiplied by m51. Here I break the what? The square there by applying which rule? The rule of sets, as you can see. So now I should introduce a even number, because this thing there, it's not an even number. It cannot be divided by that 2, which is invisible there. Meaning this thing there, I can write it like this then, 16 plus 1. Because 16 is an even number, multiply by m, 50 plus 1. Because 50 there, it's also an even number. Now I can break the exponent. It's 16 multiplied by n1, which is here, it's m50 multiplied by what? By m1. Do you see? Yeah. So all those dots, guys, they represent multiply them. And now what I can do, and now I can break this squares there. That square, I can break it, become like n16 multiplied by what? This, and multiply by m50 multiply by what? By m. Do you see? According to the law of what? Of squares. According to that law, I can break that thing there, become like that then. And now what I can do then now, this, I can halve that exponent by that 2, because there we got invisible 2. I can halve that thing, become like 8, which is n, multiply this one, it's m, half that thing, it's 25 m there. You see? So when I reach this step, this one, they will multiply each other, and the one which are inside is square root, they will also multiply each other. Meaning now this thing now will become like n m 25 squared by n m there. Do you see, guys, this thing? Like maths, guys, if you think maths is hard, maths will become much more hard. Don't even tell your brain that maths is hard. Don't even try to convince yourself, telling yourself that this maths is hard. Maths, guys, it's not hard. The only thing that you should know is for you to know the rules. Those are the only things that you should know. So let me also take those 2 questions there as our last question, which is t, this number, which is k, that number. Do you see this thing? Imagine yourself, you see a number like this in a test. Dang, what will you do? And here another one, which is 12. Even this one, it's 63a, 3b, 9, c7. Yeah. Last question, guys. I used to tell my learners, last question, they will always be hard in maths. So let's just go, let's dive deep from this question. How do you do this thing? Here, this thing, it's not, okay, the first thing that you do, that you break this thing like this then. This thing, it's T9, or it's 0209 there. And multiply by this K, which is 997. Do you see, guys? Yeah. And now what you can do, and now it's for you to break this thing then. It's for you to introduce a even number, which is that even number, it's 8 plus 1, t. Because that thing, when you add, still it gives you the same thing, which is that 9. Do you see? Even here, I can say it's k, which is here, it will be 1996 plus 1. Do you see? And now I can break the exponents, which is 8 multiplied by t1. Even here, multiply by k, 996, multiply by what? By k1. Do you see, guys? Yeah. And after now, I apply that rule again now I can apply the rule of sets, whereby I will break the what? The square root there. So this will take its own square root, even that one will take its own square root. That one, they will become invisible. Don't forget that. Which is this, take this, multiply by k, just like that there. Do you see? Yeah. And now what I can do, now I can have this thing by that 2, meaning that thing that I will use my calculator, this calculator, divided by 2, which is, that is what I get there, which is t4 squared t there. Multiply by, then what about for this one, 99 divided by 2, which is this is what I get there, which is that it's K998, and here it's what? This thing there, it's K squared there. And this one, they will multiply each other. This one, they will multiply each other. That thing symbol says now it will become like T4K998. And now this one there, they will just be TK there. Do you see, guys, this thing? Now that thing there, it is on its simplest form of a square there. Then what about for this one then? So for this one now, let's try to introduce what is that number? A perfect number there, perfect square there. So for you to introduce a perfect square, it's 63 divided by 2. This one, it's another perfect square. What about 3? 21, it's not, both of them, they are not perfect square. 4, these are not perfect square. 5, and not perfect square. 6, not perfect square. 7, 9, it's a perfect square there. Meaning now here I will say perfect square multiplied by 7. Do you see this thing? Then for those ones, I will write them here. Even this one, it's 9 here. Even this one, I'll write it here. Do you see? Yeah. At the same time, I just break the what? The square root there. I apply the law, then I introduce the perfect square there. Then for this one, then what I will do, I will introduce an even number, which is 2 plus 1, B 8 plus 1, which is C 6 plus 1. Take the squared, take the squared, take the squared. Then for this one, it will be something like this. They multiply by 7. Here they still multiply there. Do you see? And now a square root of this thing, there it's 3, 7 there. Then for this one, there it's still as 2, take square root, which is here it's what? Multiply by A1, take the square root there, which is as well as this one, 8, multiply by what? By B1, take the square root there, which is that C, multiply by what? By C1 there. Do you see, guys, this thing? And now this is what will happen now, which is 3, 7. This thing there will have the exponent, it will give me 1, A, B. And this one there will have the exponent, will give me 4, B. Then this one there will give me C, C there. Do you see? And now take note that all of these things there, they will multiply each other, those ones. They will multiply each other. Even this one which are inside, they will multiply each other. Meaning now your final answer now will become as 3AB4C3 over squared 7ABC. Do you see? Yeah. Take note about these kind of questions now. Here, the only thing that you do there is just for you to apply the rule there. I hope for this one I wasn't that fast too much in such a way that I confuse you. Because here you should be able to figure it out, this thing. Because this thing is still the same as what you were doing there on that side. Do you see? Yeah. So thank you guys for your time. If you still need more understanding, try to watch the next video. All the best in your studies. Yeah, and please try these questions.